Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you like this kind of news, subscribe and share the video. This time, Yaman made headlines again, but not because of a new project. It was because of an unexpectedly intimate confession on a show. He, who almost always protects his private life, opened up about his most unforgettable romantic kiss. And the studio fell completely silent. As he told it, you could see it on his face. He started out smiling, but at moments his tone became clearly emotional. And he made one thing very clear. It wasn't a staged scene or something straight out of a movie. According to him, what made it special was exactly the opposite. It happened naturally, unplanned, with no cameras and no one around. Just that moment and what the two of them felt. He said it happened after a heavy day, at the end of an evening filled with long conversations, laughter, and also deep reflections. At a certain point, words were no longer enough, and that's when the kiss happened. He even summed it up with an idea that brought loud applause. Sometimes silence says more than words. And a kiss lived in that silence stays marked in your heart. As expected, social media lit up with debate. Many people started linking it to his past romances and his co-stars, searching for clues. But Yaman deliberately avoided naming names. On the contrary, he added more mystery. Some moments belong only to the people who lived them. He also explained that for him, a romantic kiss isn't just physical closeness. True romance, he said, comes from trust and a real emotional connection. If it's from the heart, it leaves a trace and doesn't fade even after years. That part surprised many because it showed a different Yaman, less tough and more sensitive. After the show, the confession went viral. Thousands of comments, shares, and lines like, "This sounds written for a movie." And with that came rumors. His insistence that it was unforgettable made people think it wasn't a whim, but a strong bond, perhaps from a period in which he finally felt understood. Something hard to find with the pace of his career, international projects, and years spent outside his country. The intrigue grew even more because of another detail. After the interview, he posted ambiguous messages and photos on social media, accompanied by an emotional song. For some, they were nods to that past. For others, simply an artistic way of expressing himself. But since he didn't clarify, the mystery grew. And so, the final feeling remains. Behind the charismatic, reserved actor, a romantic man with deep emotions is starting to appear. And precisely for that reason, amid so much superficial gossip, many people felt this story was more real and more sincere. What do you think? Was it a beautiful memory or the beginning of a goodbye that still hurts him? With everything being said about Yaman and Demet Özdemir, one impression is pretty clear to me. Around Khan, genuine interest in his life is constantly mixed with a huge noise of recycled rumors. I read messages that straight up call it fake or a lie, and honestly, I understand it, because the pattern repeats. A supposed secret story appears, yet at the same time, it turns into a spectacle, as if it were designed to spread and provoke reactions. That contradiction makes me distrust almost everything marketed as an exclusive. Also, the recurring topic of marriage proposals stands out. Some comments treat it as a joke, as if he's proposed 100 times and the civil registry would need to open a special office to store the paperwork. And even if it's said humorously, there's a pretty direct criticism underneath. Khan's public image ends up looking like someone who gets the same romantic storyline pinned on him again and again to feed the heartthrob myth. To me, that looks more like a fandom and entertainment press mechanism than a verifiable reality. As for Demet, I often feel she gets reduced to being the other side of the narrative, almost an accessory to Can's name, and I don't like that either. But if I'm honest, I understand why the focus shifts to him. Can Yaman generates headlines incredibly easily, and often not even because of what he does, but because of what gets invented around his figure. Some people even say he's working in Spain and that it's all lies, which reinforces my impression that gossip runs on one track and reality on another. Ultimately, my opinion is that Can lives trapped inside a media persona that benefits many people. The irresistible man, the romance lead, the one who's always about to marry someone. And the worst part is that this persona ends up covering what should matter more: his work, his projects, his growth as an actor. If there really is something between Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir, fine, let it be private and real. But with this level of exaggeration, and with news that already smells staged from the start, I'd rather believe only what is confirmed by facts, not what goes viral through jokes and headlines.